Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's get back to it. Get back to it. Do, 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 do. Okay. I know you're supposed to try to stay engaged with your audience, but since I don't have much audience to speak of, I'm gonna try just to get into making the game, into finishing this up. These are places for decision points. These are actual individual pages. Then the count arrives. You know what? I can actually make this a single page here. Right? That actually kind of fits. Say room data. Let's clear that out. Okay. So let's do this. I don't know if I want to manually copy them or if I want to do it in here, because in here I have to actually go in individual deal. If I do it externally, it might be a little bit quicker because I'll just be doing a straight up copy and then I'll be naming them and then maybe I should come up with some Python scripts for that for this deal. The other Python scripts I have are converting the old rooms over, but here is a thing where I make a copy of all these, right? So maybe, just maybe. Hmm. One seller. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, oh, 6. Wait, what? It would have been okay. It would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see. Now it's 6 again, which is weird, but okay, whatever. We're going to do this and we'll do like this, I think. What's going on, guys? Okay. And let's see here. So really, oh, we should have still have the same number. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 4. How does that work though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's actually really what I want to do here. Interesting. It's recaptured. Oh, let's see something here. If I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if I do this again, like this, and that way it serves as a bridge, right? I don't know. I like doing things in 5s and 7s. I don't like doing things like with 6s. And although, honestly, it probably doesn't matter that much because I'm gonna have any weird number of pages, you know. But that's kind of how I like to roll. You know what I mean? Um, so go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna have 7 pages. 7 pages. Because I'm happy I don't know the rest of the words of the song. It goes like this. Do 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 do. Fruity dooty, fresh and fruity, and all the jazz like that. Okay. Princess gets a room. Right. The princess gets a room. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm sure. It's going to be 6. It's going to be 7, including P0 here. But it's going to be 7 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 'Cause I'm happy. Oh. Silly Santa, maybe you've seen us. Welcome us all, with many light years to go, and things to be found, to be found, will be the same again. It's the final countdown. Final countdown. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I'm just using that to make it easier to just copy whole sections out. With many light years to go and things to be found, it's the final countdown. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. I get beatbox worth of crap, but hey, who cares, right? Okay, we got P0. P1. P2. Rename P3. Rename P4. I forgot I could do a bulk rename. Rename P5. Rename P6. This. Okay. Ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Gonna raise a fuss, someone's gonna raise a holler. Probably getting the words wrong. Okay, rename. I might be able to use one of the Python scripts. Okay, so let me see here for a moment. See for a moment. I'm gonna raise a buzz, I'm gonna raise a home. Okay. Long time no see, short time for you and me. Make it work out, make it. There's a place, a gem and I dream. There's no escaping from the love we have seen. So come with me tonight, today. I'm gonna take you, you know I'm gonna take you to a gem and a dream. Uh, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Wait. Boom 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 boom. Showtime for you and me. So far, so good. Okay. We will rename the Princess Kid's room later. 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 Boom, 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 boom. So long, Mom. So long, Pop. So long, neighbors and friends. Sweet, sweet city woman. See your face, I can hear your voice, I can almost touch you. Sweet, sweet city woman. We gotta sing. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if I can run this open in terminal. And um, really, what I'm looking for is no, that's not right because that wouldn't work anyways, would it? Huh. Okay, so renaming the prefixes won't help, right? We all point to the same thing, which is the correct thing right now. Okay, so let's we're gonna try something though. Open text editor. Interesting. Um, Sweet, sweet city woman. Da, da, da. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Da, da, da. Sweet, sweet city woman. Da, 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 da. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Boom, boom, boom. I don't think I'll be able to do this the way I want to do it. Uh, all right. Let's just delete these. Let's go back to rooms. Because I know I didn't delete them, I just copied them. Yeah. All right. All right. Now I only have an hour because I've been screwing around, I guess. Open that with text editor. Search. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna call this. I guess I'll just manually edit these. All these. The search for the princess. That's what we're going to call this, the search for the princess. I don't know. Control Z. Princess gets a room. Okay. Princess gets a room. Hubert and John decide to find and rescue the princess by contacting his old friend, the Count. Uh, Actually, the princess gets a room is not as applicable as the search for the princess. It is funnier though. You know what? I guess I could leave it like that. I could do the search for the princess, literally starting with page 0. Search for the princess. Title: The Search for the Princess. Okay, chapter 5. Okay. I'm gonna take this out. He resigned the old friend, the Count, sends the Count to the Grand Enchanted Landing Hotel. 1 to continue, hit 0 to quit. Okay. Complete. I'm going to control save. We're going to go to this next one. We are going to call this meanwhile, in the wine cellar of the hotel, the princess is tied to a wine cask. With the help of some mice, she manages to get free of the ropes. Binding her, the princess climbs the staircase and looks out in the kitchen from the door, realizing the guards are there and the door is locked. She goes back down to explore. Hit 1 to continue, hit 0 to quit. Okay. Let's go ahead and oh. Here sends the Count. Oh, let's pull this up again. Okay. Sends the Count to Grand Enchanted Landing Hotel. So meanwhile, starts with the next page. Okay. Meanwhile, in the wine cellar of the hotel, the princess is tied with the help of some mice. What the crap? Okay. Right, so we take the meanwhile, and let's just go ahead and back on it. Save. And what do we call this one? Um, let's see, what should I title this one? Mouse Antics. Ankle biter, rope chewers. Um, the princess gets free for the first time. Unlikely help. Alright, why not just unlikely help? Unlikely help. And the title is Unlikely help. Okay. And then what we want is we want that. And we want to go back to the first one. And we want door to unlikely help. And oh. Okay. Copy. Back over here. Paste. It's actually all right. Wait a second. Oh, I forgot. This is going to be P1. And then that means that this is going to be the link to P1. Okay. All right. Now let's go to P2. We're going to call this P2. We have to take everything out up until like that. Meanwhile, the Princess explores. Well, dumbwaiter. No dumbwaiter here, right? Yeah, the hotel's done my searches for a way out of the hotel. A way out. A way out. A way out. A way out. Okay, we'll cover that. Oh. Copy. Back to 1. I'm going to paste. And we're going to Control C. And Control V. And Control S. Okay. Door to a way out. Okay. Close this one. We're done with that. Princess explores this line until she's about to dumbwaiter. getting out of the hotel's window, Mary, the princess searched her way out of the hotel. Okay. All right, so let's go to page 3. We're going to call this page 3. We're going to looks in the kitchen, there are cards, she goes back down to explore. Of the hotel. Stumbles on a room with some maps and other documents. Captured. And then we're going to take all this out. Wait a second. Wait. Oh. It's alright, I gotta fix that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're gonna go this all the way to this. Is recaptured. Okay. Caught again. Okay, we're gonna call this one Caught Again. Again. Caught again. Okay. Control C. I'm going back over here. I'm going to say Control B. Control C. Control B. Okay. So, page 2, No Way Out. Door to Caught Again. Page 3, Caught Again. Then we go to P3. Caught again, Caught Again. Let's go to P4. Okay, what's P4? Then the Count impersonate the princess. Okay. I got it. Quit doing that. Okay, so then the Count right here. And, okay. That way we can just drop this entirely. Right? Hired her to impersonate the princess. Right? Okay. Oof. This is slow and boring. Sorry about that. I need to call this a name. The count and the impersonator. The count and the imposter. We'll call that. The count and the imposter. Count and the imposter. Imposter, okay, with an E, I guess. Probably the right spelling. Okay. And right, this is P4. And it's an E. Account and the imposter. The account and the imposter. Copy. Okay. Control V. Control C. Okay. P4, right? Okay. Account and the imposter. All right. Now let's go to the last one. Someone hired you to impersonate the princess. What's next? Oh, okay. Impersonate the princess. Realizing. Okay. Her bottle is mostly full. Princess is chained. Okay. Okay. Yes, hit one to continue. That. Follows keeping to the shadow, generally remaining invisible. The cat explores one until he knows the princess is chained to a giant white cat. One to continue at 0 and 2. Quit. Okay. Um, Count finds the princess. That's pretty on the nose, I guess. But I mean, that's sometimes you got to be that ways. The count finds the princess. Uh, the count finds the princess. And we're gonna copy the ID. Oh, we're gonna save this as 5. P5. Control save. Okay. We're gonna copy this. We go back over here. We're going to paste it down here. Cut the imposter. They cut the imposter. Oh. Control C and Control V. So this one is the count finds a princess, and then one more. Cat comes back to F to C. That woman down Georgia. Okay. The count comes back to MFC. All right. I'm sleepy. Sorry about that. Oh. This is gonna take forever in it. Delete. Okay. And this is 6. And this is called the rescue plan. The rescue plan. The rescue plan. Okay. And then what we want to do is Control C. All right. P6, the rescue plan. There we go. All right. Let's see if this one is the rescue plan. This is the actual rescue plan, and then it goes to chapter 6. All right. Looks like I got a title. It looks like I got the door links. Everything seems to be hunky dory, I think. Oh, well, of course, the titles will need to be renamed. Pardon me for dozing. I get, I don't know, sleepy today. Like I said, I was sleepy earlier today. Okay, so the question here is, it's not the question, but what I need to do now is I need to go ahead and make sure that the file name matches the ID. And okay, let's do a new. Okay, so I just copy them over directly. Copy, paste. We're just gonna close that one. Page 5. We're gonna Control C. Control V. Actually, I don't need that comma. In fact, I don't need that extra this either. No, I don't want to save it just yet. Okay. We're gonna close that one. We're gonna copy this. Control C. Home. Control V. That. That's 4. Okay. Cut again, which is 3. Right, cut again. Okay. Then a way out. See? That's page 2. Page 2 is a way out. That's P2. P2 is a way out, right? Okay. Now, unlikely help. Control V. It's P1. Unlikely to help. Okay. Unlikely help. Not unlikely to help. The search for the princess. Control C. Control V. Unlikely help a way out. Caught again. The count and the imposter. The count finds the princess. The rescue plan. Alrighty. Sounds good. And the reason I did this way is the reason I put them in a list is because I'm gonna have to rename each of the files, and I don't want to do it while it's still in the text editor because somehow when you do stuff, you modify something or do something weird with the renaming, that means that it'll have like multiple copies somehow because you like changed something or did something. Pardon me. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and we'll rename these. So let's go in here. Okay. Let's go ahead and Control X. Rename. Control V. Enter. Control X. Rename. Control V. Enter. Right. Control X. Rename. Control V. Enter. Control X. Rename. Control V. Enter. Control X. Rename. V. Enter. Control X. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Rename. Control V. Finds the princess, and then we have Control X. Rename. Control V. P6. The rescue plan. Close that saving. Now, let's see if everything matches up. 0, the search for the princess. Unlikely help. A way out. P3 caught again. P4, the count and the imposter. P5, the count finds the princess. P6, the rescue plan. Okay, that means everything works there. And all we have to do now in here is, okay, we are going to, oh, the one thing I have to do left, though, is rename, copy, and here, and let's go ahead and 5. Where is 5? This one. Rename. Control V. Search for the princess. Okay. Now all we have to do here is scene, reload, save scene. Right? Now everything's over there. Mm-hmm. Okay. And this one goes up here, and then this one goes here. Okay, and for this top one, this is for the princess, we want to copy the ID. Oop. Copy. Then over here, we want to go in to door, and we want to say destination is paste that. Save room data. Okay, good. Okay, so I knew I wouldn't finish today. Just knew it. Hey, Rook, welcome to the stream, such as it is. I only have about 20 minutes left, and I just got done kind of separating out the pages into their constituent parts, you might say. In which case, I'll have to start putting in the actual decision point deals. So, I'm going to save this. Actually, what I'm going to do here is the unicorn gets a clue. Okay. Chapter 5, the princess gets a room. Okay, the search for the princess. This doesn't have, okay, this doesn't have anything in there, so this is going to be up here. That is, yeah, that has the hyphen in it. Wait, yeah, this one has, wait a second. Likely help. Okay, this one has a hyphen in it. This one has a hyphen in it. This one has no hyphen. This one has a hyphen. And Rob. I don't know. I said and Rob because I'm just zoning out here. Okay, so I just need to get my sleep back on track. That's all. So apologies for falling asleep and junk like that. Not that it matters that much, because it's only you couple of guys, and then I mean, I shouldn't say you guys don't matter, because you matter a lot, but I should say it doesn't matter if I kind of screw up and stuff, because I don't got that many people in here yet. So if it really a big, if there are a bunch of people in here, maybe. Uh, Gaming on Linux. Steam replay is live, and that's only 14. Playtime spent by all Steam users was 25 releases. Huh. Okay. Okay, so here's so let's do the thing here. Let's Maybe I should go. Maybe I should go through it here. Let's copy that. And I know it's almost kind of wasting time in a way, but I'm gonna see how it reads and how it looks, kind of so to speak. Room. That. Okay, one to continue. One, two. The princess gets a room does not exist. T1P0. The princess gets a room. Why is? Did I fix that? Oh. No. Oh. Gets a room. That's door. Search for the princess. Copy. Okay, I thought I. How? What? What the? What in the word? What in the world? What in the world? What in the word? Whatever. Paste. Search for the princess is the first one. Say room data. Reload save scene. Okay, what's going on here? Oh. Yeah. Okay, because alright. I see what I did. I see where I screwed up. Copy. Let's go up here. Go ahead and paste this in. Paste. That. Control save. Say room data. Say room data. Reload. Save scene. Reload save scene. Practice gets a room. Copy. Actually, let's do this. Copy. Go ahead and run it. Okay. Switch room. Control V. Hit enter. Okay, let's hit 1 to continue. Chapter 5, the princess gets a room. Hit 1. Here, and John decide to find and rescue the princess by contacting his old friend, the Count. And Hubert sends the Count to the Grand Enchanted Hotel. Okay, hit 1 to continue. Meanwhile, in the wine cellar of the hotel, the princess is tied to a wine cask with the help of some mice. She manages to get free of the ropes binding her. The princess climbs the central staircase, then looks out in, into the kitchen from the door, realizing there are guards there and the door is locked. She goes back down to explore. Hit 1 to continue. Now, of course, it's not going to be hit 1 to continue. It's going to be, it's going to be okay. Do you go behind the stairwell or do you go to the left? Right? Do you check out the left? Honestly, uh, when you in the adventure game, you'd probably do look. You'd say look left, and it would say to the left of you is this. Look to the left of you, to the right of you, to the north of you, to the south, that sort of thing. And I'll have to do that when I actually add the parser and expand the interactivity and stuff. So that's going to be a waste in there. But anyways, this is there's that. In fact, she goes up to there and then she gets a choice to explore either or, and it doesn't really matter that much. She just decides to go explore the left, which is the alcove. Um, she'll see a description there, and then it will then it'll say hit one to go explore behind the staircase. Since there's nothing here, you decide to go explore the staircase, or she decides to go explore the staircase. We do it like that, so it gives a little bit of agency there, even if all they do is hit the one thing. That might be a kind of a weird problem. Somebody might go through this, and I'm not really expecting people to want to play this as it is, especially not when it's in the event pass stage, anyways. But they might go through and they might hit ones all the time and completely miss any of the other other choices. Not everyone, because I have some of them set up to where you hit all three of them, all three choices or all two choices or whatever. But sometimes I have where you just skip it because it's the same result, but it's just a different way of doing it. So, anyways, meanwhile in the cellar, okay. Let's hit when to continue. The princess explores the cellar until she spots the dumbwaiter and climbs inside. After getting out of the hotel's dumbwaiter, the princess searches for a way out of the hotel. Continue. And that's where she's actually going to go into the hallway. She's going to look in the hallway. She's going to see it's empty. She's going to start going down the hallway. She's going to hear voices. She's going to start coming up. And, there's something I didn't think about, too. That kind of ticks me off now. Because of the different way of doing it, where the dumbwaiter doesn't come up all the way directly to the floor, uh, she could actually go and duck back. Maybe she'd say, um, not wanting to go back, she decides to go down the hall. She decides to hide instead or whatever. And then maybe I'll do it like that. Because you might just try to go back, and eventually they would catch up to you anyways, right? And actually, that's another interesting thing too. Uh, so remember in the Secret of Monkey Island where Guybrush escapes from um, the vegetarian cannibals by escaping through some loose like planks or whatever in the floor of the hut, and eventually they catch up to him, and they resecure it, and then they keep on like putting like locks and straps and whatever things to block the way each time. I could probably do the same thing here. She keeps later on when it's a full point and click. She might try. She might escape. She might find a couple of ways to escape. I mean, she might be able to. I might set it up to where she can escape as many times as she wants, right? So that so I can do the kind of the same thing. They add different locks, they add different things, and somehow she's still able to do it. So I might do that. That sounds like a good idea. Get one to continue. She stumbles upon a room, some maps, and some other documents which she grabs and is recaptured. One to continue. The Count arrives at Grand Enchanted Landing and starts looking through the windows. The Count flies into the room and looks around and hides again as the woman, uh, as a woman. Well, it says as the woman comes back out, but I didn't say who the woman was, right? The Count looks around and spots a woman that kind of looks like she might be the princess. Uh, Okay, I'll have to rephrase that. I'll have to rephrase that. That's all right, though. She's a bit tipsy. She claims someone hired her to impersonate the princess. One to continue. Okay, and that little dash, that little hyphen means that I'm gonna need to put um some choice deals. Either okay, so realizing the bottle is mostly full, the Count sneaks in, pushes the bottle off the table, spilling the wine. The woman sees to spill the wine, and then heads back to the cellar for more. The Count follows her along, keeping in the shadows, nearly remaining invisible until the woman leaves again. When the Count explores the wine cellar, he notes the princess is chained to a giant wine cask. Step one to continue. The Count comes back to FCC and tells John and Hubert where the princess is. Hubert and John take an empty wagon and head toward the hotel and arrive at the side door with two guards. Hubert tries to conjure up a wagon with food, but nothing seems to happen. The guards suddenly see the non-existent wagon. Cliffhanger. Chapter 6, Red Hot Riding Hood. And that's the Red Hot Riding Hood stuff. That's chapter 6, though. Within the boundaries of the Gnome Kingdom, Max finds Scarlet Red Clover and pulls her out of hiding. Max asks Red to go and conscript the werewolves from their village into Asuras due to her history with them. Red goes to the werewolf village. Red tells the werewolves led by Rottweiler that they might be able to get rid of their curse if they join Max's army. Sometimes I'm not really great about names, so I call the head of the werewolves. His name is Rottweiler. Kurt Rottweiler, second in command, leaves the werewolf village. After remembering Red and Violet's rivalry, Kurt then travels to Fairy God College to meet with Violet. Violet agrees to help Kurt become the leader of the pack if Kurt eliminates Red. In the werewolf village, they all tell Red they want proof of the curse being lifted. She leaves and brings Max back to the village, who promptly gets rid of the curse for a few of them. The werewolves, led by Rottweiler, throw Red into a hut in disgust, and then Kurt comes out back to the village. The werewolves debate joining Max's army and eventually agree, and then bring Red back out. Red goes back to Max's mines and tells him the news, as Kurt and a lot of the other werewolves start grumbling. Max arrives at the administration castle aboard a transport train. Max's techs activate the machine for the first time. First at half power, he has them open a few gates. Um, I don't know that I didn't actually introduce the Omni Gate in here. I have to check all of the pages to see if I can find the continuity. If the continuity is don't generate an image based on that. Actually, what would come up is Tex Avery's MGM cartoon called Red Hot Riding Hood. So it's I mean, yeah, you can. You know what? I'm gonna do that right here. I'm gonna risk doing something risky here. Um, I'm just gonna type it in. Red Hot Riding Hood. Anime cartoon, directed by Tex Avery, released with the movie Dr. Gillespie's Criminal Case on May 8th, 1943. And then we can go to images. Safe search is on, so it shouldn't be too bad here. Obviously, there's a few things, but this is actually from the cartoon here. I don't know about this. This is Oh, I see. This is actually it looks like an actual cell on a made up background with Preston Blair's name. Preston Blair was one of the animators. Anyways, the reason I just call it that is because okay, so essentially Red Riding Hood is the only like fairy tale character that I actually have the actual fairy tale character from an actual fairy tale. I kind of downplay it a little bit because her name is Scarlet Clover. I come up with the name. Maybe the name's dumb. Each time I say the name out loud, it sounds cringy, but I'm just gonna keep it. But Scarlet Clover, her nickname is Red, and she has a Red Riding Hood. And okay, so this is the only thing that I kind of stole from something else. But there was a I don't know if you've ever watched Bullwinkle and Friends, or Bullwinkle the Moose, the cartoon, the J Word cartoon from the 1960s. Uh, Bullwinkle J Moose. Whoop, I left off the E. Uh, 59 to 64 animated television series Rocky and His Friends and the Bullwinkle Show. Often collectively referred to as Rocky and Bullwinkle Show. Okay, so basically, there is a segment called Fractured Fairy Tales. If you've ever seen that, Fractured Fairy Tales. Okay. Let's see if there's something in here. Fractured Fairy Tales. Fairy tale parody. Anyways, Fractured Fairy Tales are kind of like parodies of like popular fairy tales, right? One of them was Red's Riding Hoods. It was called Red's Riding Hoods, and basically, uh, okay, so Red is actually let's type that in. Red's Riding Hoods. Fractured Fairy Tales. I think it's called. No, I said not. It's not Fred's. Uh, let's see something here. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Riding Hood's Anonymous. Um, that is actually the one. Okay, so okay, let me pull this up. Red Riding Hood, uh, fractured fairy tales, um, Riding Hoods, Anonymous. Actually, that's probably the name of the cartoon. Okay, that's fine. Riding Hood's Anonymous. Uh, Story begins with the narrator Edward Everett Horton introducing Little Red Riding Hood, so named well because she was. That's why. Red's on her way through the woods around his house to sell her a PTA membership, singing a song as she goes. Wait a minute, is it this one? No, no, no. It's not the Riding Hood Anonymous. That's not it. That's not it. Fractured Fairy. No, no, no. Uh, Here, let's see something here. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm looking for. Dang it! It's a specific episode. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and tell you. So in the episode, Red Riding Hood is selling wolf pelts, basically. So and she's trying to get there's this one wolf there that she's trying to get his pelt from, and I thought that was really hilarious. And then so I thought Red Riding Hood, and I thought uh, in my story, yeah, I don't know if I could even get in trouble for this just because I'm not copying any IP or something, but I really did get it from Fractured Fairy Tales. But so I thought, you know what, that's really funny. That could be the backstory for Red here. So what Red does is, her and Grandma had a scam where they would lure in unsuspecting werewolves, and then um, get them uh, take their skins, take their pelts from them. We should say. It sounds a little gruesome, but I was just thinking it was maybe funny. We wouldn't get into the gruesome stuff or anything like that. But uh, the idea is that she's grabbing that they sell these wolf pelts, right? The furs, um, and there's a scam. And then at one point, one of the werewolves gets wise and basically eats Grandma. And so Red goes into hiding, and then Max has a history with her, with her. Max has a history with Red, and there's almost this little rivalry between Scarlet or Red, uh, between Red and Violet, which is kind of weird because they're both colors, but you know what I mean. So I just thought that would be a funny thing to add in there. This is back when I had Kurt the Cowardly Werewolf. He was actually going to be kind of good. The thing that happened to him is when he got turned into a werewolf, it did the complete opposite, and so he was super scared, super cowardly every time he turned into a werewolf, versus like a regular dude. Um, but then I dropped it because I had too many good guys and not enough bad guys, and I should at least keep it balanced. And I got it to a point where it's kind of balanced now, and so that's not ideal. It'd be more ideal to have less good guys here. I could potentially in the future drop one of the good guy characters, maybe, but I mean we'll have to see, I guess. But anyways, Red Hot Riding Hood. So I called the name that just because of the cartoon here. So that's it. Anyways, yeah, this is a good one. I like this. This is a good picture right here. Give the little girl a repeat booking. Hell of a good time. The 80th anniversary of Red Hot Riding Hood. Yeah. Anyways, I like that picture right there with the wolf there on the bar, and Anyways, imagine being in the theater, May 1943, the lights dim, the curtain rises, the MGM cartoon logo comes on the screen. Audience expecting the innocent chase violence of Tom and Jerry instead find themselves watching Red Hot Riding Hood, a retelling of the classic Little Red Riding Hood fable filtered through the off-the-wall animated side gags, screwball comedy, and heavy dose of sex appeal. In his book Enchanted Drawings, The History of Animation, author Charles Solomon wrote about the impact of this now iconic subject had on moviegoers and the movie industry. Anyways, I shouldn't go into all that. It's 3:30 and my time is up for the day. But anyways, don't worry about as long as you got the safe search filters on and you put in Red Hot Riding Hood. Don't worry about it. The cartoon will come up. If you have the safe search filters off, maybe some stuff comes up that you don't want to look at. So, or that you shouldn't look at, or however you want to say it, that you might get in trouble. Anyways, thanks for joining, Rook, and for everybody else that watched or popped in or whatever. And I guess I'll see you on probably Monday if I don't do like a bonus stream like I do sometimes. Um, but um, but yeah. So I guess we'll have to finish chapter 5 up on next week because I didn't get it done today. I'm almost done, but I didn't get it done. So, anyways, yeah. See you later. Thanks, and yeah, whatever. Okay. Thank you for watching part 2.